am Makeup by Carme. If it is your first time here, welcome. Sorry if my lighting looks a little weird or a little different from how it normally looks. I'm recording in the evening right now. I had a lot to do today and I was determined to record today. So if you guys are wondering why it looks kind of weird. But anywho, today I want to talk about something that is so important to me when it comes to makeup, and that is complexion. I feel like when it comes to doing makeup and when it comes to getting your makeup done, yeah, eyeshadow is important too. You know, everyone wants their eyeshadow to look good, but I feel like what it all boils down to is complexion, like making sure everything is blended perfectly, like looking like skin. Like that's how everyone should want to look. With that being said, I've been trying to find like the perfect combination as far as my complexion routine. So I've been looking at a lot of my favorite YouTubers and then just going in with some of the things that I've learned in the past and my techniques that I use now. I mixed it all together, and so I feel like I've came up with the perfect complexion routine. So if you guys want to learn the perfect flawless foundation routine, keep watching. As always, I'm starting off with my Badescu Rose Water Facial Spray. I use that before any makeup application. It just helps prep the skin. Now I'm taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz pencil and I'm going to fill in my brows. Right now I'm just brushing them in the direction I would like them to go in. I still hate doing my brows. Like, this is like the worst part of doing makeup to me. I don't know why, but I just really hate it. Maybe because my brows are always just so messed up, but I just like really hate doing brows. Alright, we got our brows filled in, so now we can clean our brows up. Today I'm using the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Concealer, and I'm using my LA Girl Pro Concealer as well. I'm going to be using both of these today to clean up my brows. Starting out with the Juvia's Place, it's a little bit more close to my skin tone than the LA Girl is. So I'm using that in the beginning underneath my brow, and then I'm going to go in with the LA Girl. So this is just a flat concealer brush I got from Shop Miss A. If you go on their website, just about everything on there is $1. Like, you can get some pretty good brushes on there. So make sure y'all go to Shop Miss A. Get y'all some brushes, some jewelry. I think they got lashes. They got a little bit of everything. So I brought my concealer down. Now I'm just taking my Real Techniques eyeshadow brush and I'm just going to blend it out. You want to make sure there's an even coat of concealer blended out on the eyelid. And you want to make sure you're blending everything out correctly. Now I'm going to clean up the top of my brows. I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me foundation. I'm just taking my Morphe brush to clean it up. I almost called it Real Techniques. I like using foundation to clean up the top of my brows. I like to try to get a foundation or concealer that's closest to my skin tone. Now I'm just going back in with that same brush I used to blend out my concealer the first time. I'm just blending it out again. Since we're not really worried about eyeshadow with this look, I'm just using a color in my contour palette. I think I'm gonna use this color right here, and I'm gonna put that all over my eyelid. I'm trying to get just a neutral shade to put on my lid because we're just focusing all on complexion today. Now I'm going to use my CoverGirl liquid liner and I'm going to wing it out. I've been trying some new wing technique. It wasn't anything wrong with what I was doing before, but I'm always looking to try something new. You guys, I think that was the first time ever I was able to do my wing liner on camera, so I couldn't explain it, but you know, y'all saw it. All right, you guys, so we winged it out. So now I just want to make the liner a little sharper. So what I'm gonna do is take my Morphe Concealer and just clean it up a little. Before we dive into foundation, I'm going to use my Becca Ever Matte Primer. You always gotta prime your skin before you put on any makeup. And I'm just patting that into the skin. I tell you guys all the time, this is really good for someone who has oily skin. And y'all know I use this all the time. It's like my go-to primer. All right, time for foundation, y'all. We really about to get into the complexion now. Like, this is for real. I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me foundation and I'm taking my IT Cosmetics foundation brush. I don't like to use this to actually blend out the foundation, but I'm going to use it to apply it on. And then I'm going to blend it out, and then my skin going to be looking so pretty. Well, my foundation going to look like skin. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. This is my Smashbox primer water. Y'all, my top broke off of this, so I gotta do like ghetto stuff to get it to work. But I'm just gonna spray this on. Then I'm gonna blend my foundation out. This is my e.l.f. brush. And one thing I learned not to do is I don't like blend in circular motion anymore. I now like pat my brush. So that's how I blend out my foundation. It just looks better to me, like the finishing of it. All right, we got the foundation on. So I left a little space underneath my eye area because we're going to conceal it. For concealer, I'm doing another concealer combination. Today I'm using my Morphe Concealer and my CoverGirl TruBlend Concealer. My CoverGirl one is a little bit lighter than my Morphe one. So I'm putting the CoverGirl one closer to here. And then the Morphe one I'm putting like kind of like on the outside. I'm using my Smashbox primer water again. I'm just gonna spray some of this on. This is my Real Technique sculpting brush. I told you guys before I like to blend with this a lot, so I'm just gonna blend everything out. When you get to blending right here, you always want to start off with the darker concealer first and make sure that's blending out really well into the foundation. And then after you blend the darkest part out, you want to go in and blend the lightest part. Now I've blended everything out, I'm just going back in with my foundation brush and just making sure that everything is blended out nicely, like blended out evenly like how I want it. It's time to set our makeup now. I'm using my Clinique powder brush and I'm just taking my Makeup Revolution banana powder and I'm gonna go ahead and set my makeup. I'm also gonna make sure that I bake underneath my eye area. When you're baking underneath the eye area, you want to make sure that you're pressing the powder into the skin.
A few moments later.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Okay, I let the baking powder sit for a minute, so now I'm taking my Maybelline pressed powder and I'm just going to use that to dust away the excess powder off, and I'm using that same Clinique powder brush. Going back in with my foundation brush, just making sure everything is blended out perfectly. That is like the most important thing. I don't want to see no lines, no like awkward looking spaces. I want to make sure everything is blended out just right. Also, the powder that I just used to dust away the excess banana powder, I'm just making sure it's pressed into the skin. Now we're just going ahead with eyeliner. This is my Breakup proof eyeliner by Wet n Wild, and it is also waterproof, and it is my favorite, and it is super cheap. I think it was like $4. I love the way this pencil just like glides across your waterline. It goes on so perfect. All right, so since we're going for a neutral look today, I'm going to get real dramatic with my contour and my blush. Like, the cheek area about to be on and popping, okay? I'm using my Warrior 2 palette by Juvia's Place and mixing these two brown shades right here, and that's what I'm going to use for contour. It's about to get real dramatic. Face looks snatched already. That's what I'm talking about. And y'all, I just applied that using my, I believe it's called the contour brush, and it's by Clinique. Time for highlighter and blush. I'm using my Ravishing Beauty highlighter today, and I'm using my favorite blush. Y'all already know, the Too Faced Fruit Cocktail Blush Duo in the shade Pomegranate. And I'm just applying this with my Real Techniques brush. I think it's a powder brush. It came in a holiday set. I use this one all the time. Before I do my lashes, I'm using my Fully Charged Mascara by Pure. Y'all, this is so cool. Look at this. See how I got the little light? I ain't trying to blind y'all, but you know, that's fine right there. Now I'm gonna use some lashes. These are my lashes from AliExpress. I love these so much. As you can see, I go through them like crazy. We got our lashes on, so now we're gonna dive into lips. I have no idea what lip I'm doing, so y'all just give me a minute to think, I think I wanna go bold, like something real bold. Y'all, I did the most stupidest thing. I don't know if you guys caught it, but I tried to fix it. My eyeshadow brush, I don't know how, but it got dipped into a dark eyeshadow, and I was trying to just like, you know, touch up, and oh my gosh, I have like a kind of a dark eyelid. I don't know if you guys can see, but I am so upset. Like, that's just me being clumsy. So my lip combination that I used for today was the MAC Chestnut Lip Liner, and I used my Tarte Lip Paint in the color Raid. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also be sure to hit that like button, and don't forget to ring that bell so you can get notified every time I post new videos dropping every Wednesday and Sunday. Thanks again, you guys. Bye.